Hello, my name is Bobby Benton, aka Serendipitously Bobby, and welcome to Life Essentials, the Self Healer's Journey podcast. Everyone, and welcome to Life Essentials, the Self Healer's Journey podcast. I am Bobby Benton, aka Serendipitously Bobby. I'm the host. And guys, I feel like it's been a while since I've been here. So I'm gonna say in person in the studio. So tonight, guys, we have a very special guest, Miss Tracy Sneed, and we are going to be talking about pursuing passion. So we're gonna dive into that, but first, I just wanted to say. In life, sometimes we think we know what we want and we have our life all mapped out and we know where we're going, but God has other plans. So on our journey, healing journeys, entrepreneurial journeys, we just got to roll with it. And tonight, Tracy is going to dive into her journey of pursuing passion. So welcome.
Thank you for having me, Miss Bobby.
Yes. Oh, I did want to say this. I forgot to introduce you properly. Hold on.
Okay.
So Miss Tracy, guys, is a interior designer. What is it?
Your interior divine.
Your interior divine. At the end of the show, you guys will get to see some of her work. We have some of the flyers, but she's a mother, a wife, she's a woman of God, and she is, when I say talented with her designs, beautiful work. Tracy, thank you for being here.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. So let's just dive on in and share just your journey. Like you thought you were doing one thing, but you ended up doing something else. So share that with us.
Well, actually, it started backwards. I had gotten married, and people would come to my house and say, who designed your house? And I said, I did. And they said, well, you missed your calling. So years went by, and how I really got into it is I had surgery, and it was a botched surgery that I almost died. So after I healed from that, I decided, okay, I'm going to do what I love to do. So I started the business and realized there was a lot that I did not know. So I put it on hold, went to school to get my degree, and then I started the business back up, and it's been history since then.
Now, what degree did you get?
A degree in interior design.
Interior design, okay.
Yes.
Now, you said when you first started out, was it more like, oh, I'm just doing it for a hobby and let me learn as I go? Or was it like, I'm going to do this, and then you're like, ooh, I need to go get this education?
I'm going to do this, but I'm like, I need to go get this education because I didn't know anything about writing a business plan. I didn't know anything that, how to close the deal. And I was taught that in school. It was a lot that I didn't know how to do. I didn't know how to present myself to a client. I didn't know any of that. So I just jumped in head first, or feet first, as they would say. But I say, I just dived on it and didn't know how to swim.
But you stepped out on faith. You didn't scared though. So.
I did. I really did. So, and when I went to school, I had had these little magnets on your car, and when I got to school, they was like, who she thinks she is?
So you had your interior design, like the logo and everything?
Yes, on my car.
But you should. What?
Yep, on my car. But I think a lot of people feel like, well, she don't really know what she doing, but I really did know what I'm doing because I think God gave me that gift. God gave me that gift.
Yeah. I just got to say this. So, a lot of times, people who don't understand how God operates with gifting, they'll look at somebody when they're starting out, just learning, or they have a passion for it. But it's like you have to start somewhere. Nobody starts out knowing everything or perfect at anything. And so like I'm speaking for myself too.
Mhm.
But it's like going on, starting your journey, like you thinking you're gonna be, just being a housewife, mom, and all that, and you end up doing this,
I did.
and your work is beautiful. You
Thank
have
you.
perfected this. So
Thank you. Mhm.
your gifting is like God gave. He made the path for you.
Mhm. He did.
You know.
He
So,
did.
but them haters. Those are haters.
They are. And I remember one time I was driving down the street with my little magnet on the car,
Uh-huh.
and someone called and left a voice message. It
Mhm.
must have been another interior designer. How dare you need to be ashamed of yourself, riding around with that on your car. It's degrading. We don't advertise like that.
What?
Oh yeah.
Well, how do you advertise for interior
I
design
don't know.
then?
I didn't know. I mean, I was like, well, I didn't know.
But what was wrong with advertising like that though?
Oh, they said it was degrading.
What?
We don't advertise like that.
Then how do you advertise?
I didn't know because that's all I knew. That and word of mouth, and then I was, mail out flyers to different places, all the builders, but that's all I knew.
Oh, girl, that's smart. That person, hater. That person is a hater. Because no, to me, that's a good idea. Because I'm doing that for my advocacy agency. Well, actually, I'm going to get my truck wrapped.
I
and
love that.
Do that. So it's going to be a big old purple butterfly.
I love that, but you know what? You'll catch their eye and their attention.
Yeah.
You will. Yep,
Yeah,
you will.
ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, they're just a
You will.
hater.
You will.
So, okay, so on your journey, we had met, we talked, and we had talked about just fear of like getting into it, like fear of getting in the way. Like when you said you postponed it, was it some fear and some I don't got it, or was it like I just don't got it?
It was a combination of both.
Mm-hmm.
It was a combination of both. Fear that, okay, I don't have it, and fear I just don't know what I'm doing. Know what I'm doing. There has been, I'm getting better about the fear and feeling more confident in what I do, because I don't know if it's just me, but a lot of times when I do something, I really don't feel like, I feel like I could have did better or more.
Are you a perfectionist?
I may be.
Yes.
I may be, yeah, because I always feel like, okay, it's something I could have did different or better. Yeah.
Now, is this something that you're telling yourself, or you don't heard somebody say something, or you're
No,
just
this
like,
is what I'm telling myself. No one has told me that, because when I design something, and I was like, oh, it's just okay. And everybody like, oh, it's beautiful. And I can point out different things that I could have done. Yeah, so it's me.
It's you.
It is. It's
It
me.
is.
It's
No,
me.
I guarantee you, your work, and that's the thing. It's like when you are doing, because you're a creative, and when you're doing crafts, or you're doing design, things like that, nobody sees those little flaws, but I do the whole little wedding. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot this. Don't nobody even know that I forgot to put the safety pin on the curtain to hold it up. You better remember that. So yeah. So would you say that some of it may be some imposter syndrome?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because you're good.
Probably.
Just keep
Thank
telling
you.
yourself
Probably.
you're good.
Yeah, probably. I would say
Yeah.
that.
Yes. So along this journey, so you floating in fear and you're floating in faith, and I got this. Sometimes I don't. So did you have people along the journey to like help you? Did you have support people you could go to, people
Yes.
to share resources?
I did. Not resources as far as the interior design field. I did not, but my family are very supportive. My husband, my sons, they would go with me we would have to get a U-Haul truck to deliver furniture to the customer's home. They would go with me to set up and style the home with me. So my family, my sister, my mom, my aunt, my mother-in-law is one of my biggest support.
Aw,
Yeah, she is.
that's wonderful.
Yeah, it is. But my sister Kimberly,
Oh, yes.
everyone, yeah. Like, and there have been times when I'm like, I don't know if I should be doing this. I want to quit. And they would give me encouraging words to keep going.
What made you want to quit?
When the business get kind of slow and I didn't have clients, I'm like, I don't know what to do. And part of it is that there's not a lot of us in this industry. It is not.
There's not a lot of brown people in
No,
this
it's not a
industry.
lot of brown. It's
Girl,
not.
we say it.
Well, I would say it. It's not a lot of brown people in this industry. It is not. No, it's not. And I recall when I was in school, I was the only brown girl in the class.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was the only brown girl in the class.
How was that?
I mean, it didn't bother me. It didn't bother me, but that's when I realized that I am good at what I do.
Okay.
That's when it clicked, like, okay, because I looked at their designs. I'm like, I am good at what I do. Yeah, that's when the light bulb went on. Yeah, that's when I realized it. But yeah, there are not a lot of brown girls in this field.
You're the third African American interior designer that I know. And the other two ladies, awesome too, but I don't know anybody, 3 of y'all. Like, how many do you know?
I know none.
None. I introduced you to the other ones.
Yep, I know. Yep, I mean, I know people say, yeah, but I don't know any. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. And I think one thing that would make me sad, because sometimes I would want a mentor, someone to kind of pull me up under their wings and mentor and guide me through this process, and I didn't have it. I didn't know where to go to even get that.
So now you the mentor.
Yeah, I am.
Yes. You know what? I had somebody else on my show, Quan, and he talked about how he was just outreaching, trying to get people to help him along his journey, because he has a he has an organization called what is sorry, Quan. I got a brain fart. Kingdom Builders. Yes, Kingdom Builders. But he was reaching out to people to be his mentor, to help him and things like that, and he wasn't getting the love or the level of, these people should have been mentoring him. They should have been happy to. But in the end, he didn't even need one and didn't even realize it. And that's like you. It's like you, I need a mentor, but it's like you going and you learning as you go and figuring things, like you getting the bumps and bruises, and now you're nice and smoothed out and polished. And now you can be that person for other people. So you ain't even need one.
Nah, 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 nah.
No, because people will make comments, or they'll try to sprinkle a little salt and stuff on you to try to crush you because of jealousy, or they're not at the level you are. And when you get haters or people competing and stuff, that's when you know you're doing good.
Yeah.
You're like, you the shit. So, but we had talked about this, because this is something that, and this is my thing, it burns my muffins. When we talked about gatekeepers.
Oh, yeah.
We talked heavily about that. And guys, if you don't know what gatekeepers are are people who hoard resources.
Yeah.
So instead of, they may have a friend or a family member doing something that maybe they're doing or something similar, or they don't believe in their family member or whatever, they'll hoard resources. They could help that person and guarantee you that person would normally help them. But gatekeepers hoard the resources because they're selfish, controlling, and they have that lack mentality of somebody's going to surpass me, or somebody's going to take all the clients. It is billions of people on this planet. So just like you in the area you're in, God got your people for you, and I want you to talk about that.
Oh, yeah, he does.
So it's like there is no reason to gatekeep.
It's not. What I say, God is not a selfish God.
Yep.
It's more than enough business for all of us out here. That's just like these T-shirts. It's 1,000 T-shirt company, and all of them making money. All of them are.
I
It's
need to sell, man.
1,000. Look, you should. It's 1,000 interior designers. But who is your client? That's yours. What God has for you, no one can take from you. So if that client is meant to be yours, God gonna open up the door, and that's your client. And why not? If, like, to me, if I get a client, if it's something I can't take or a project I don't want to work on, I wish it was someone else that I can refer them to.
Mm-hmm.
And vice versa. But yeah, there are gatekeepers. And one of my instructors said, she said, when you start your business, she said, your family is not going to be your clients.
Have you had family as clients?
No.
Oh.
No, I have not.
You was gonna say yeah.
No, I haven't. But
Okay.
no, I take that back. I did have my aunt and uncle, and they were excellent clients. My sister Kim, but so I take that back. So I had to think like, did I?
She's sorry, y'all.
I'm sorry. I did quite a few clients. I did my nephew, his baby, their nursery. So I have clients, family clients. But what I mean is, your family is not going to be the one who gets your business.
Yeah.
Who draws business towards you. And that's not nothing personal. That's not a dig towards them. But that's just the way. That's reality. It's just reality.
Yeah. Well, our family looks at us differently.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, girl gone somewhere, you know. Well, family members who really don't believe in you are like, oh, girl gone, or she just doing that little thing, or, you know.
But I've been fortunate that my family, they really have been very,
Yeah.
very supportive of me. I have no complaints. Like I said, husband, sons, even my brothers have helped me take things to family homes. One of my brothers, an electrician, he come and had installed light fixtures for me. So I have been blessed when it comes to that, yeah.
And they all
Yeah.
believe in you, and that really helps, and that lets you know, too, the naysayers are wrong, because if you ain't doing right, your family not
You know they'll give you the business. They will give you the business. And they don't care about hurting your feelings. They gonna tell you the truth. Like, girl, you better go sit down.
Go
like,
take
you
another
see what she
class.
do? Yeah. So yeah.
No.
They gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah, so I'm happy. Kudos to you guys, because your family, that's a blessing. That is a true blessing. I'm happy that you're doing this, because I'm going to utilize your service.
Yeah. Yes.
My own selfish reasons. But I also want you to talk about discounts. We talked about that a little bit
discount.
too.
Us brown people, we know we be wanting a discount from another brown person business. And you know they'll go out to Somerset. They're not going in those stores asking for a discount. They are not. They are not. Can I get? No, I can't give you a discount. But we only do that to each other. Because if someone of another color or another race come, you're not asking them for a discount. You're going to pay whatever price they tell you. Either you're going to pay it or you're not going to pay it. One or the other.
Yeah, and that's like, I'm one of those people, if somebody offer, okay, but I'm not gonna like, can I get a discount? Or my thing is, be upfront with people and tell them what you're working with. Don't ask for a discount. Be honest and tell them what you're working with. And if they can't help you, they're gonna tell you.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, okay, I'll save my money and come back. You know, but I'm a believer in paying people their prices.
Yeah, me too.
You know,
Me too.
my mom used to, she makes beautiful jewelry, like, what is it, Swarovski crystal and stuff. And she would always say, she was like, oh, and she would explain to people how much she paid to justify her price. And I was like, mama, stop it. Put that price tag on there. And if they want it, they going to buy it. Don't explain how much. They not in Walmart explaining, you know, how much the little fold-up chair cost to make. So, but that right there, that's something that I carry into, like, what I do and how I charge people and things. I know who my clientele base is, and I know who can afford what, but I'm fair. And if I know a person really wants something or whatever, I'm like, what you working with?
Yeah.
You know, I'm just not going to turn down somebody, because a lot of times I get other clients that can afford to pay my regular prices from that person who I helped. So I really don't turn nobody. I just help everybody, but you know.
And typically the client, when I go meet a client, they set the budget. Now, if it's not a realistic budget, I tell them, now we can't do that. You can't get your whole bathroom done for $1,000.
Oh.
You can't. I mean, as far as renovating new tile. And,
Oh, no.
No, you can't do that. No, no. So
We can put
no.
some paint on here.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on the discount thing. I just no. I pay people
Mhm.
what they ask, and
Mhm.
and when I'm going to ask somebody for their service, I like their work, and I feel like
too.
their work is worth it.
Mhm.
And like I said, if I can't afford it, I'll tell them, and I'll save for it. If I really want that person to do whatever, I'll be back.
Mhm.
You know. So, but yeah, that's biggie in the black community is, can I get a discount? Can I get the hookup?
Yeah, you got to hook up, or somebody refer, yeah, I heard, I'm friends with such and such, can you give me the, no.
And you don't even lead with that.
Mm-mm.
Like, what?
No.
Yeah.
No. But, and then another thing I found, when I tell people I'm an interior designer, they feel like, they think interior design is gonna be really expensive. And it can be, don't get me wrong, it can be, but my slogan is great design doesn't have to break the bank.
I like that slogan. I like that slogan there.
So like I say, I design around the client's budget. No budget is too small. Well, no, I take that back. It depends on what they're trying to get
Because they
done.
ain't getting that $1,000 bathroom.
No, they ain't getting a bathroom with new sink and backsplash. No, not for $1,000. But no design is too small, and none is too large either.
Oh, yeah. Girl,
None
go
is too
big
large.
and go home. That's
Yeah.
what you tell them. So
Mhm.
we also had talked about, well, you already touched on that though, like diversity. For our audience out here listening, what would you recommend or give those people who probably want to try their hand at interior design? Like, what steps, you as a mentor, what would you tell them to do? How would you tell them to start that journey?
I would tell them just to be creative with it. There are no rules on how to design. Design to me is like, they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Design is as well, because just like you may like something and I may not, and it may be vice versa. So just go with your gut, and if you're designing, always listen to what the client wants.
Yeah.
Listen to it, and there's so much resource out here. You got Pinterest, Instagram, TikTok, a lot of inspiration designs as well.
Now, what about the education? Do you recommend that they take that route of going to get the traditional
Degree.
degree?
It varies. The degree does open up more doors, because some people are a little iffy because they want to know. They'll say, well, where did you get your training from?
Okay.
Yeah, they'll say that. And then you have some people that they don't care as long as you can design. So it depends on what avenue you want to go. Like if you want to go work for a design firm, you have to have a degree.
Oh, I didn't know there were design firms. I
There
don't
are-
know nothing about it.
Yeah, there are companies out here that have design firms where they do different stuff for the city, and it depends on what area you want to go into design. You may want to do residential, you may want to do commercial, you may want to do kitchen and bath, you may want to do hotels, you may want to do restaurants. So there's a lot, yeah. A lot,
Yeah.
and typically when you go on the commercial side, you do need to have a degree for it.
Okay.
Because you need to know all the zoning codes, you need to know how to do the ADA compliant. ADA is wheelchair,
Okay.
handicap.
Okay.
So you learn all of that in school.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, you just taught me something. So let me tell you what I thought interior design was. Interior design in my mind is picking out some pretty furniture or some pretty flooring or some countertops and go in there and make it look good. I didn't think about building codes or none of that. Yeah. See.
Yeah, you have to know that. And then there's a different residential design. There's a different type of finishing versus commercial design. Yeah, commercial. You buying commercial grade fabric. Because if you notice when you go to a hotel or a restaurant, you look at like the finishings, how it's different. And that's to
never knew
withstand
that.
like stains and all of that. Yeah.
Oh. Y'all, I'm learning something new. I thought they just went to Gardner White and got a chair. No,
Yeah.
this is good information to know, because I had no clue that there was a
Yeah, it's
difference
Mm-hmm.
in any
It's
of
a
that.
difference.
So,
It is.
now, what if somebody watching
Mm-hmm.
would like to say, hey, can you be my mentor? Would you be open to that?
I would.
Okay. So,
I would.
anybody open to it at the end of the show, I'm
Mhm.
gonna give you her information, okay?
Mhm. I would.
So, I want to go out. I want to go back to your story of when
Mhm.
all this began. You
Mhm.
like I said, you're pursuing your passion now,
Yeah.
and life was lifing back then.
Mhm.
One interesting fact about you, I would
Mhm.
like you to share about your children.
Okay, what about my children that I can't embarrass them about?
Tell the big age gap.
Oh, yeah, oh,
Children.
yes, my children are 17 years apart.
Yes.
I know, 17 years apart. So I have one that'll be 35, no, 36. Look, I had to think. He'll be 36, and then I have one that's going to be 18 this month.
And you got out there and did what you had to do with this little baby in tow.
Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't start until after the youngest was in school.
Okay.
Yeah, the youngest was in school. So, and then like in between, and I had jobs, like I worked for Chrysler, but that did not work out for me. That did not work very well for me.
That was not your calling.
It was not.
It wasn't.
It was not. It was
No.
not. It was not. Mm-mm.
Well, I'm glad that you embarked on that journey.
Mhm.
Like I said, for my own selfish reasons too.
Mhm.
But I'm glad you embarked on that journey. Because it's like when you are operating through life in something you don't want to do,
Mhm.
it
You're
is
miserable.
miserable.
You're miserable. You're miserable. You are.
Yeah.
You're miserable. You are. And I used to go to Triumph Church, and Pastor Solomon Kinlock, I'll never forget, and I tell this story often. I will never forget this. They had some pastors there. He had a group of pastors there, and he asked them, why do they want to be a pastor? And someone would say, well, it's because I want to serve the Lord and get people saved. I can't remember the answers, but I think that's what some of them said. So then he said, he said, I'm about to get him the answer now. And I can hear his voice, because to me he has like a southern tone. When he, his voice, he's like, has a southern tone. He said, I'm about to get him the answer now. And I looked, he said, it's when you know you can't do nothing else. You won't do nothing, you can't do nothing else. And for me, design is, I can't do nothing else. I've tried a lot of different things, and I'm not happy. I'm miserable. And I know I can't do nothing else. I love everything about, just like I was just telling Asante. Look, I'm looking around here, I'm looking at the chair. Yes.
I did the chairs.
I'm like, everywhere I go.
I picked out the table.
Yes. So everywhere I go, I'm just
joking.
thinking about design. Everywhere. I mean, even when I'm watching television, I'm looking at the television show, but I'm looking at the furniture set that's on a television show. Yeah. So I love every bit of it.
You like my flower? No,
I
I'm
do.
just playing.
But I do. But I do. I noticed all of that when I walked in.
Oh, thank you.
Yep, I do. I noticed all of that when I walked in. I did.
I was going for a look.
Mhm.
A certain look.
I like it in here.
Yeah.
Very intimate. Yeah, very intimate.
It's so cozy.
It is very cozy.
It's
here.
cozy and welcoming. Feel safe in here and
You do.
professional. I just
Mhm.
I like this space.
It's not intimidating, especially for someone who would have done it for the first time. And this is not my first time, but someone I'm thinking about the first timer will come in and be like a big old studio, but this like, oh hey, I can do this here. It's perfect. It is.
Yeah,
it's
it is.
perfect.
That's why it's called the pod.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an adorable little pod. I love it.
It's perfect.
But not always joking about the other stuff. I'll just do the chairs. They my chair covers stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
I like them.
you said something that really got me to thinking while you were saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that when you're doing something that you're not happy doing, and you know you want to pursue your passion, it's like it doesn't let up.
Mm-mm.
It's constantly coming
Mm-hmm.
back.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I know for me,
Mm-hmm.
I like dream about the things I want to do. I have like
Mm-hmm.
probably too many vision books and vision boards. But it's like I'm constantly called to do like what advocacy and do this work to
Mhm.
help people. It's just
Mhm.
like I can't see myself doing
Mhm.
anything else.
Mhm.
And every time I go work for somebody else,
It don't turn out well, do it?
it don't turn out
Mm-mm,
well.
It don't. It don't. It just don't, because
It
that,
don't.
like you said, that's not what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
That is true.
And
I can agree with you. I'm telling. I've tried several jobs, and
how
people
do you know when
like
it's time to go?
when I'm like, I just hate going there. I just hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I try it in the beginning. I'm like, oh, this cool. I can do this. But about 2 weeks in,
You said 2 weeks.
I'm
in.
telling you, I may give it a month.
A month.
2 weeks to a month, it just goes left.
Mm-hmm.
And then never, you can ask my family, my
Husband,
friends.
is she telling the truth?
And
dog?
ask him. Oh yeah, he be like, yeah, she telling the truth. And they be like, I be like, girl, I quit.
But you have the support, so it's a blessing to have the support or a supportive husband
It is.
who believes in
Mhm.
you, and just like you said, your husband showing up helping you move furniture, things like that, and don't complain about it.
No,
so,
he don't complain about it. He don't. I mean, he's giving cards out to people. He'll call me on the phone, one of his coworkers. Hey, here, talk to her. I told you you're an interior designer.
Aw.
Yeah, so he does. He does. He supports.
It's good to have.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't like when I say this because, man, he's your biggest cheerleader.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, you know, that's
Mhm.
a wonderful thing because a lot
It
of
is.
people don't get that, have that.
Mhm.
So kudos to you. But I know, like, for me, it's like, at first when I would get to jobs and I'm working or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and because of the way I'm wired, I'm not like a power and control person,
Mm-hmm.
but I end up working in power and control organizations, and I'm always like a fish out of water or
Mhm.
don't fit in
Mhm.
because I don't I think outside the box. There is no box for me,
Mm-hmm. That's
and
right.
so it's hard to navigate sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually what ends up happening is something happens and I end up leaving, and then the people end up doing the stuff I was how I used to do stuff.
Oh.
So it's like, okay, and I asked God, like, what is my assignment? What
Mhm.
lesson in every single job that I go to? What lesson am I supposed to learn?
Mhm.
Who am I supposed to help? What's my assignment?
Mhm.
You know, show me, and I'm supposed to get something and not help nobody and just get this lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Can we make it fast, Lord? Can we make it fast? So I had a talk with my girlfriend the other day, and I was telling her about some things I had been going through,
Okay.
and I was like, the cycle keeps repeating itself. I said,
Mm.
this feels familiar. And I said, I'm checking myself, asking myself, what am I doing? What, you know? And she was like, girl, you ain't doing nothing.
Mhm.
She's like, you're not doing anything. She was like, that's not where you're supposed to be at, you know?
Yep.
And so I just, I keep feeling that push to go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep praying that God just dump all this money on me so
I know,
can
right?
do it.
I know.
Sprinkle it on me,
Mhm.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm with you. It's like, I can't.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I
You know.
I quit there. I'd be like, girl, I quit. I quit. I quit. I quit.
Yeah.
And my family tell like, yeah, she and my son is so bad. My youngest son, if I try to go get a job, so him like, nah, ma, I don't know why you doing that. She said, I don't know why you doing that. You ain't gonna stay there long. So no, it doesn't work out.
It doesn't.
Mm-mm. It
Well,
doesn't work out.
You're supposed to be, you
Mhm.
know. And you know what? It's
Mhm.
like, I mean, you pursuing your passion and everything.
Mhm.
You're going to get like those bigger and bigger clients.
Mhm.
It's gonna come.
Mhm. Thank you. I
Gonna
appreciate
come.
that.
So,
Mhm.
I wonder how big that because I was looking at the flyer you gave me. I was
Mhm.
like, oh, this nice.
Mhm.
So, and you did all that work.
Yeah, I did all that work on there, and I think I had my friend. She did it,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I had more pictures of projects I worked on,
Uh-huh.
but I didn't even give her those. I said just do what you can with this here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
So yes,
Thank you,
I'm
yeah.
glad you're pursuing it. So,
Mhm.
let me see, what else did we talk about? So we talked about not wanting to be there.
Mhm. Mhm.
So on your journey, how many years has it been now for you doing this?
It has been. This is 2024, so 10 years.
10 years.
Mhm.
And
10
each
years.
year,
Mhm.
is it getting better and better for you?
It is.
It is.
It is. It is. I learned something. I have learned a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I've made a lot of mistakes,
Mm-hmm.
but I've learned a lot.
You mind sharing some of the mistakes and maybe you could help our
Let me see
viewers?
some of the mistakes I've made. Not charging enough.
Mistake number one.
Yeah, not charging enough.
That's the
In
biggest
the
mistake.
beginning, giving a discount.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's because I didn't know my worth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know my worth. So that's the biggest mistake that I've made.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see, what is the other mistake I've made? Some mistakes I've made, like I had to go back and get some more training,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't consider that a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
But just like I feel like I had to go back and then go back forward, back and then back forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's some of the mistakes I've made. What other mistakes have I made?
Have you ever taken on clients that you wish you hadn't taken on?
Yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Now, how do those situations occur where you end up like, ooh, I shouldn't have did that?
And I know ahead of time. I know I had this one client, and husband and wife,
Mm-hmm.
Middle Eastern,
Mm-hmm.
and he was just so I write a contract up for him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he sent me the contract and wanted to change everything in red.
Ooh.
And so I emailed him and said, you know what, I think this may not be, a good fit for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then he called like, oh, I think we can work it out. And I'm thinking, in my mind, I'm thinking about the money.
Mm-hmm.
That was a mistake that I made.
Mm-hmm.
Made the money. So typically I charge a certain amount.
Mm-hmm.
So he had paid that certain amount, but he never did go any further.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that was one that I regret. They were nice people, but he didn't like nothing that I selected. Nothing at all. And then I felt bad for his wife because their culture, the man is the head.
Oh.
And it's some things that she wanted,
Mm-hmm.
but he wasn't allowing that.
Oh, wow.
He was not allowing that. Like, he made every decision.
Mm.
Whatever she picked out, it was like a no.
Aw.
And that made me sad for her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that made me sad. Really
Aw,
sad. Really
poor
sad.
wife.
But for the most part, I can honestly say all of my clients, I love them.
She love y'all.
I do. I've had some excellent clients, where my first client, we are friends. We've become friends.
Cool.
That was my first client. We've become friends. I started on there, and how I got them is I did a Groupon ad.
Cool.
I did a Groupon ad. They called me. I went out there, so I did their living room and dining room first. And then she called me back maybe about a year later. We worked on their basement. And then she called me back after the basement was finished. We worked on the bedroom. So I did their whole entire home.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, their whole entire home. So typically they'll call me back. Like now, I just met with a pastor at Berkeley First Methodist Church in Berkeley. So, and how I end up getting him, hey, Pastor Zach.
Hey,
He's
Pastor
really,
Zach.
yeah, I'm having my, he's really nice. So what
Sorry
happened
for
was,
cussing, sir.
so what happened was, in school, we had to do a presentation for a real client. Well, like a mock client. So it was the church we went to. I'll never forget this, Berkeley First. And we were paired in groups. So we each had a project we had to present to the pastor. And I was so nervous. I was so nervous. And then I asked my group, I said, y'all want to pray? And they looked at me like I was crazy. They said no.
Oh,
They said no.
in the house of the Lord.
So I prayed, quietly to myself. Nobody knew. And then I got up and did my presentation. And once I did the presentation, that was it. So the pastor ended up calling the school and said, they wanted someone to work on the project, but we weren't getting paid for it. No one took it but me. No one took it but me. So we designed the congregation area, the entryway, and the hallway. So I did that then maybe last year, no, a year and a half, he called me back to do one of their rooms. They were converting it to an online service. We did that, and then I just met with him again yesterday. Now we're getting ready to do their restrooms and their parlor.
Wow. So from that, see that right there, you prayed about it, and he heard you, and see, you didn't let greed get in the way. Because some people will turn down, oh, I ain't getting paid, I ain't doing that. But look what came from that.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say this when you were talking about money, like well, I should have took that money. Asante say this often. Oh, money ain't good money.
He's right. He is right.
He
He's
says
right.
that often.
He is so right.
And set what you gonna do. Don't chase nobody. Set your standards, stick to them, and don't chase. It's gonna come to you. So, yeah. So I have to remember that one too. But
Good piece of advice.
yes, thank you,
Good
sir.
advice. Yes. Good advice there. Good
But
advice.
yeah, I'm glad that you did that.
I am too.
But that's a lesson. Y'all hear that? That right there is, she was listening. She prayed about it, and she had to be still and let it come to fruition. And that's what you did.
I
So-
did. Yep, sure did. Just met with him again yesterday about another project.
It was
at
with
the church.
Pastor Zach.
Pastor Zach, yeah.
Hey, sir.
Pastor Zach.
So I would like to go actually see the church.
Yeah.
I want to see. So-
Yeah, I want you to see. It's different than what you would expect, but it's nice. A good difference.
I don't even know what
It's
to.
it's a good difference. Like it's really a cool church. Like when you walk up, it depends on which door you walk in. There's like a little coffee bar.
Oh.
It's different.
Is it like a contemporary look in the
Yeah.
church? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to check this
Yeah,
out.
check it out.
Wanna check
Very
it out.
nice. Yeah, Pastor Zach.
So I'm glad that you did that. That right there, that's a great lesson to learn. That's like when people start off, I'm gonna call it, they're pursuing their passion, their purpose, and sometimes it's like you don't get paid a lot, or you do things for free,
You do.
but
Just to get your foot in the door.
just to get your foot in the door. And I know for me, when I was doing event planning and stuff, I was taking every event I take my stuff serious when I'm doing these events. and I have my girls who come when I need help. I got a certain group of girls, that's my squad. They come help me. And they know when I get my feelings, they just let me be. But it's like I put everything into it, whether if somebody paid me $1 million or paid me $1, they're going to get
Excellent.
excellent service. It doesn't matter.
I call it black excellent.
Yeah. Black girl magic.
Yeah.
So, but it's like people don't understand. Like you just don't start out making the
You
big
don't.
bucks. Everybody gotta start somewhere.
You have to crawl before you walk.
Yes. But that also goes back to make sure your business you set your standards, you stick with them, and be picky about your clientele, just like the people are being picky
About hiring you.
you. That's like your jobs with the boss. They be like, well, what do you bring to the table? Well, what does your company bring to the table?
Yeah,
How do you treat your employees? So it goes both ways.
It does.
And I just am a firm believer you got to start somewhere. And had I not, learned and fumbled through, now I am way better than when I was. And it's been like, I've been doing this stuff for like 20 years. So now I'm like, I'm tired. But I turned down stuff and I'm like, I'm tired. I'm old now. But yeah, it's just, I'm glad that you did that. But that's a lesson right there in itself. Is sometimes you got to say yes to that person. You never know. You had a blessing wait on the other side.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. And still getting blessings from it. Still getting blessings
Your
from
heart was right. Your heart was in the right place.
it. It was.
It was in the right place. And then for everybody, y'all in the church, and everybody don't know we ain't gonna pray. Like,
No,
what?
we gonna pray. And I looked like, what? So I just did it quietly by myself. But I was so nervous doing that presentation. Because it was a group of us, but we each still had our individual own projects we had to do to present.
Yeah, did they record it?
I don't know. They didn't
I was like,
record
I'd like
it.
to see that.
No, they didn't record it. But I was so nervous.
Well, text me the name of the church and the
I'll
address
text you
when
the
we're
name of the
done.
church.
'Cause I want to go see. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some pictures and stuff and put it back up here on this show and say, hey y'all, this is what Tracy was talking about.
Yeah, you have to go see it. Yeah, very nice Pastor Zach. Very
So
nice.
Pastor's actually giving you all your kudos, sir.
Yeah, very nice.
But I'm gonna come check it out. So we only have 10 minutes left. I want to show your beautiful flyers that have your work. So those are just like a compilation of all the different pictures of her work. And then is that both the flyers side by side? Okay. And then share your TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all your social media handles.
I can't. Oh, look, Lord, I ain't got my glasses on. Instagram is Your Interior Divine. Facebook is Your Interior Divine. TikTok is Your Interior Divine. Website is yourinteriordivine.com.
There we go. We're going to keep the theme going. Your Interior Divine, huh? But that's how it's supposed to be. Like, a lot of people don't, when you starting your business and stuff, all your social media should all be the same.
Okay, well, I guess I would say my oldest son set that stuff up for me because I didn't know what I was
Well, he
doing
knew what he
back
was
there.
doing. Yeah. So but that's a blessing too. Like your sons, like them coming and helping you. Like a lot of men don't think about no furniture or none of that. I bet your boys know how to hook up a house. Okay, maybe one.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Which one of them got your sense of like
creativity?
Yeah,
My oldest son.
your oldest.
That I know of so far. The baby boy, I don't know about all that.
What's his name?
Colin.
Colin, get with it. No.
Yeah, he's more athletic sports. Sports. The oldest son does because he does tattoos, so he's very creative at drawing. Okay. Like he can, he has the creativity.
I'm sure if they had to, they could hook up a house. My mama did this.
And you know, I wouldn't say that. I think he may be creative because he got clouds on one of the in my little grandbaby bedroom, up in the ceiling. So some sort of way he put something up there to make it look like clouds. So yeah, Yeah, he is a little
Get it from his mama.
Does.
Yeah.
He does. Mm-hmm.
Well, I just want to say thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me, Bobby.
This was fun.
It was fun.
And thank you for sharing your journey of pursuing your passion. Because you gave a lot of great information that I think people needed to hear, because a lot of times starting out on our journeys like that, our entrepreneurial journeys is scary.
It is.
It is scary, and you just kept moving and grooving and doing what you had to do to make it work. So kudos to you for that.
Thank you.
But guys, don't be afraid. Just get out there and do it. Go on YouTube and watch some videos. Take some classes. Just step out there on faith and just do it. Be like Nike. Just do it. So, all right. I want to talk about our guest for next week. Did I send it? I didn't send it. Asante, you fired. No, just playing. I'm joking, y'all. I need him. No, so I'm just going to announce it. Hey, Denise, I hope you're watching. So, March, the third week of March. Let me pull up those dates. So, March 17th through the 23rd, Poison Control. I think the whole month might be, or the whole week is Poison Control week or month. Denise told me and I forgot. Sorry, Denise. But so Denise Kolakowski is going to come on and we are going to talk about poison. So she'll be here on actually the 22nd. So we won't be here next Thursday, and then the following Thursday we won't be here either, but we're going to be here on the 22nd, which is a Friday, and then we'll be back on schedule March 28th. So I'm going to post Denise's flyers and get her going. So you guys will see Denise's beautiful face soon out there on social media. So the 22nd, we're going to talk about poison with Miss Denise Kolakowski. So hey, Denise. All right. So I also want to talk about how you can help our channel. So here we go. So follow us on social media. So Life Essentials, the Self-Healer's Journey. We're on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. All under Life Essentials, the Self-Healer's Journey podcast. Share, like, love, comment. So the whole point of the podcast is to help other people heal. So if I post something or one of the shows, you know, you can comment and share, give a word of inspiration, help somebody else along their journey. Or you can just say hi and I'll say hi back. So share, like, and then on YouTube, we are Life Essentials, the Self-Healer's Journey podcast. So subscribe to the channel, like the channel, set notifications to catch us when we're gonna start or when the show's gonna go live. And then also financial support for the channel. And let me share with you what the financial support for the channel goes to. So it goes to the channel, but it also goes towards my advocacy agency, which is called Winning Touch Advocacy Agency. And that is where I use funds to pay for resources for victims of domestic violence who are intimate partner violence. Help them leave and start their healing journey. You know, leave, they can go to hotels, we'll pay for that, pay cell phone bills, pay for Lyfts, Ubers, they need help moving, storage, moving trucks, whatever they need to get away. That is how Winning Touch Advocacy Agency is funded through donations and me. So I do a lot of
What about, you said moving, what about like furniture? Because I have a storage unit. Accessories they can use if they're starting off brand new.
Oh, we're going to add that to the pile then. Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll add that. I never thought about that. Because there are organizations who do that, but
you should do that too.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah, because I have like stuff, I mean, just items I just buy
Mm-hmm.
and put them in a storage unit in case I need it for a client.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna donate some stuff to you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And look, I do have clients who are starting out new on their journey
Yeah.
of singleness, and they're getting their, they're working towards getting housing and things like that, and they're going to need
Okay.
things,
Yeah.
Thank you, and some good cute stuff too,
Yeah, some cute
so
stuff.
thank you. You're a blessing. Thank you. So guys, my Cash App, if you want to donate to the channel, is Life LIFEESS podcast. So Life LIFEESS podcast. That's on Cash App. And yeah, so we got 2 minutes left. So guys, support the channel. I greatly appreciate it. And I want to give a big shout out to Cynthia. So thank you, Cynthia. I love Cynthia. She has been a supporter of the channel, and I appreciate her. So thank you very much, Cynthia. Guys, I will see you guys not next Thursday, March 22nd at 7 p.m. So that's on a Friday. So set your timers, not timers, what do you call that? Your calendars, notifications. And I will see you guys then. So say good night. Your camera's there, mine's here. Bye-bye. Good night, guys.